Hey critics, and welcome back to the Critic Chronicles YouTube channel where you get commentary reviews and tabloid news. I'm your host, Patricia Hartley. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. It's Friday, January the 30th, 2026. Hey critics, it's time to chronicle. Today, we're going to be giving you a critical review of Today with Jenna and Sheinelle. We're going to be reviewing their January 30th episode with Jeannie Mai and actually Kevin James. So let's get right into it. I ain't gonna do nothing no different today than what I did on yesterday. So we're gonna start off with these outfits. Now, I have to admit to you, the ladies, they did not do a runway walk in today. Like typically they'll open up, they got the theme song, Jenna and Sheinelle, and then they kind of like walking out the clap, you know, the usual how you do. I know it ain't that, but yeah. Anyway, speaking of that though, I think y'all should do a shoe cam on your show. I know, just a thought, because I know that's a Wendy Williams thing, but I feel like y'all shoes be on point, and I would love to have a closer look at the shoes that y'all wear. I mean, I like with the outfits, you know, that you put on. However, I really want to see, give me a shoe cam, give me some, you know, give it to me, baby. I also like that table y'all had today. Y'all was switching it up. Y'all was real casual today. Like they switched it up. But they had like this cute little clear table. A lot different from the large table that they have with both of their names sort of engraved around the table. The ladies also had like a casual Friday and chose jeans. Sheinelle wore a jean skirt and Jenna wore like classic jeans and like that white shirt look. But also she complemented it with like this tweed style blazer. She also had on some cute open-toed shoes, which was unexpected for a cold winter day. Sheinelle wore like this long jean skirt with like this coffee style long sleeve winter sort of friendly shirt to go along with it and like a brown belt to complement it. Also, Jenna had on a brown belt too. I have to say though that for Sheinelle, that brown really does, like that coffee brown, it really does complement, you know, when you have coffee but it's not too much cream, it's like a little bit of cream in there, and it really does, like that chocolate color, it really complements your skin. Now, I also want to say that Sheinelle revealed a story about how she was asked to look like Halle Berry. At one point in time when she was working at like a news station, I don't know if it was like from her producer or somebody, but she said they was trying to encourage her to do like a pixie cut. Side note though, everybody do not look good in a pixie cut. Everybody cannot rock no pixie cut. So shout out to the ladies who can rock a pixie cut. Now, what I do not agree with is people trying to make somebody else though. So Sheinelle, I'm so glad that you stepped up and you said, girl, I look like myself. And I also will say this. You mentioned this before too, that there was another time that they were trying to make a change and it was specifically to your name. So instead of her spelling it like she does, it's like Sheen and then L. They was trying to get her to spell like Chanel, Chanel, but that's just to make them more comfortable. It's easier to pronounce, less time, you know, they don't have to explain to other people. You know how I go, child. They want it easy for themselves. It had nothing to do with you. But Chanel's name is unique because it's my understanding that it's a combination of her mom and her dad's name. You know what I'm saying? Like a well, I shouldn't do that term as like an example, but you know, like people put two words together, but that's what her name is. It's Sheinelle, and it has to do with her parents. Like it's like a married name from her. Well, not a married name, as in she took the last name and that's her first name, but more like, y'all, I'm over explaining. It's just her mama name, her dad name. They took a little bit from each, put it together. They came up with Sheinelle. I will say this though, Sheinelle. If you want a different look, but you don't want it to be too much, get you a bob, baby. You know the bobs are in right now, and you can do that cute little bob transition thing that they doing right now. You know what I'm saying? The bob challenge where they like activating they bob. Girl, activate your AKA bob, okay? Show them how the pink and green girls do. All right. I'm a braids person. I know it's not the norm. I know people be like, oh my gosh, but my mama got this baby picture of me, y'all, where I got braids even in the baby picture. Now, it ain't the booty braids that I like the most, because if I'm gonna get braids, I'm gonna get braids. Shout out to the booty braids. If you've ever seen me in my era when I have my booty braids, danger, danger. That's a lie, y'all. I'm joking. That's a joke. It's a joke. I promise. I'm a good girl. What I hate about the show though today was this whole microbang that they even brought to the internet and to the website and to the TV. I am so mad at y'all. Why did y'all tell us that microbangs was coming back? Y'all know what microbangs is. It's the bangs that Lady Gaga and Beyonce had in that "Stop Calling" in the telephone video. Dun, 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 dun. That's the bang. The ugly. That bang is ugly. Y'all stop acting like that bang ain't ugly. That's an ugly bang. Anyway, apparently it's coming back. It's making a comeback. I don't know who wants to rock it. I would I would not rock it, but it's making a comeback. And let's talk a little bit about some of the special guests that was actually on the show today. It was actor and comedian Kevin James. Apparently the man is on tour with his new special. It's called Eat the Frog. He came to today to actually promote it. And while he was the dad from like King of Queens. He's also the actor who played in the movie Hitch with Will Smith. He was the guy that Will was basically trying to hook up with Allegra or whatever. Yeah, because anyway, I didn't watch King of Queens, but that's one of the shows that people know Kevin James from. But I know him probably more from a few of the movies that he's been in, because, yeah, that's when I was watching movies. Y'all, I'm so boring these days. I don't even watch movies like that. I only really like to watch YouTube. What's wrong with me? Okay, going back to Kevin James. His new movie is called Solo Mio, which is a 90s style rom-com that leaves the groom stranded in Rome. And he goes on, I guess, a whole adventure, all of the things. Kind of one of those day in the life adventures that, you follow somebody through whatever went on throughout the day. Those are pretty popular movies. Although he said that he don't know who chose to release it on Super Bowl weekend. Yeah, so it's not going to be released till next weekend. And shout out to anybody who is watching the Super Bowl and all other things. New England Patriots is going to meet with the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl on February 8th. Did I sound like one of them, like, I don't know what's wrong with me today. Maybe it's because it's Friday. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's Friday. Kevin also stayed around and basically played a game with the ladies as well. It was a cute little game. So shout out to them and shout out to Kevin James. Congratulations on your tour and your movie. Let's move forward to Jeannie Mai. She's a co-executive producer of a brand new show, and it's a documentary called Balance. It's basically a perimenopause journey. It is a 4-part documentary series confronting the silence, stigma, and medical dismissal surrounding one of the most universal and misunderstood stages of women's health. This has been something, I think the trailer has been out for at least I believe a month or so now, but they're making their rounds to really chit chat about it and talk about it. But while Jeannie Mai was actually on the show, she also talked about being awakened and feeling forgiving and full in her life. I don't know if you had a chance to watch her YouTube channel, but right now on her YouTube, she's doing a lot of self-reflecting, talking about herself. You see her in her home with very muted color. Should I say muted colors? Is that what term that they using now? I don't know. Basically, just kind of looking as if I'm in a new space. I have not quite decorated everything yet, but I'm trying to get it together, and I'm not trying to show you the perfect me. I'm trying to show you the me that's trying to grow. That's my interpretation. But she also talks about what got her through divorce, what doing the deep digging about her choices regarding habits and patterns, explaining the difference between a habit and a pattern, right? A habit is something you do a couple of times. Pattern is something I feel like a pattern is something you can see sprinkled throughout your whole life. Even if it's a talent, right? You maybe grew up, you were the person that everybody came to for relationship advice, for example, and that's why you ended up growing up and becoming a relationship coach. Not my, baby, that is not my story. Not my story at all. But do you know what I'm saying? Everybody has those patterns in their life. And if you really go back to childhood and you start reminiscing and thinking about what are the things that you like to do, yes, but more importantly, that people just told you was naturally good at. That's really it. I feel like once you start from there, you can really just kind of expand your horizons. Knowing thyself is really, y'all, that's really the key to a lot of things, is knowing thyself. Jeannie Mai also talked about how at one point in time she did not want kids, but she said something changed her mind, and it was love. She said love, getting married. I don't know if it was, let me rephrase that because that was not her words. She just said love allowed her to see what having sort of a family was like, and then it kind of turned into being capable of being a mom and being capable of motherhood. So shout out to her. I would interpret it more like love gave her the confidence to say hey, I can do this, And I think once she got a divorce, she realized, yeah, I can do this. I can do it then, and I can also still do it now, even in my current situation. The other co-executive producer of the movie is Dr. Sharon Malone. She's she's the one who's talked more about the hormone therapy and the prevention of osteoporosis and vaginal dryness. She stopped in and shared, yes, about the documentary, but also gave some tips on what to do in sort of like that hormone therapy to sort of help balance things out for you. Again, the documentary is called Balance, a Perimenopause Journey. It's a 4-part documentary. I believe it's out now. The ladies rounded the show off with a little snack, and it was salads, like, the salmon salad, and also like a granola mix of yogurts. A granola mix. She taught them how to do a granola mix, basically, like flax seeds and putting all your granola and all the things, putting the honey on top, putting it in the oven, baking it, cutting it up. Like, she gave all of the inside of, like, you know what you do when you actually do granola. Well, I don't know if y'all know, but I did, every now and then I like to try the little stuff. I'm glad I'm not on TikTok like that, because I feel like I would do all the TikTok recipes. Because if you knew how many times I was on the YouTube doing recipes by, like, Cartier Brown and Martha Stewart and just trying different things. So had to put that out there. And Rachel Ray. I know, y'all, it's so many. Shout out to all the ones that was back on like the Food Network, baby. The Food Network, like in the 2000s. Come on now. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. No. Actually, I need to go and get off of here right now. And while the ladies did not walk in, they did walk it out, and walked right into the weekend. And I hope y'all have a great weekend as well. Remember, I am doing this Vlogmas style thing where I'm going to be reviewing Jenna and Sheinelle for the month of February to celebrate, yes, Black History Month, but to kind of do my own version of basically the Vlogmas, y'all, okay? So please be on the lookout for that. I'll be back tomorrow with some sort of an episode, even though it may not be a review. I'll be back with something so that I can continue on with my version of the Vlogmas. As a reminder, though, y'all, here at the Critic Chronicles, our goal is to provide quality but juicy content from websites, digital magazines, and tabloids, most of which are sourced from our public libraries. Research from the National Library of Medicine showed that there are an estimated 17,000 public libraries nationwide, totaling 4 million visits each day. Public libraries are civic organizations that are committed to providing invaluable resources beyond books that are free and open to the public. Get your library card to access thousands of resources today. Thanks again for tuning into the Critic Chronicles YouTube channel, where you get commentary reviews and tabloid news. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload.